Everybody, how you guys doing out there today? Welcome to another episode of Halloween at the Manor. Well, in today's video, I hope you guys like this. I'm actually going to be building a static prop. I ordered something, and it's supposed to be coming this week, and I wanted to build the body for it. Now, I don't use PVC like some people do. I actually like to use the 2x2 inch wood to do it. I think it holds up better, and you don't need a base. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to try to make this character about 6 feet, a little over 6 feet, maybe like 6'2", 6'3", because that's how tall this person was in life. So this is going to be a horror character, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll just kind of show you how I do it, and you can do it however you like. But why don't we get going?
Like I mentioned, I wanted to make this prop height around 6'2", 6'3", so that would be about 74 inches. I usually deduct 12 inches for the neck and head. I do use 2x4s for the feet, so if you do that as well, and we use a 2x2 for the shoulders, that's another additional 3 inches we have to deduct. So that puts us at around 59 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these 2x2 pieces here to 59 inches. I had these two 2x4 feet pieces laying around from an old prop I'm not using anymore. You can use your own feet as a mold, especially if you plan to add shoes. If you have some old shoes laying around, using your feet as the mold makes perfect sense. So now we have the feet attached, and I just attached those with some screws. So you can see we have the beginnings of our prop.
So I made what I'll call the waist. This is 13 inches, so from the end of here to here is 13 inches. Now, what I like to do is just to add a little bit more sturdiness to it, I take a piece of plywood or anything that's sturdy, and I will bolt it right onto the middle here. And I'm just trying to make it more sturdy so it doesn't move. So I'll bolt it onto the 2x2s and then even into the 2x2 that's going across the middle, just to give it a little bit more extra sturdiness. Sometimes I also do it on the back too, but it's really up to you how you want to. You probably don't have to do it. It's just something that I like to do. If you don't have any plywood laying around and you just have the 2x2s, I think you're fine not doing this step. But again, completely up to you. So when it comes to shoulders, there's basically two ways that you can look at this. If you want your prop to be able to swing their arms, then you want to bolt the 2x2 like this. If you don't care if their arms swing, then you can make this thing longer and just bolt it in like this so it's kind of static and it won't move. Again, your personal preference, it's really up to you. It does determine how wide, though, this is. If you want to put things on the end here, I usually leave like no more than an inch there on each side. So you could go like that. Or, again, if you want to static it, I would make this bar going across the top a little bit longer. So you can kind of just have like that, half an inch there kind of dangling. I am going to make my my arms static so they're not going to move. But the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to put the neck piece in here. So what I do is this right here is 17 inches, this piece of 2x2. So at 8.5 inches is where I'm going to put the neck piece right in the middle. So that's the next thing I'm doing. I'm just going to put that in there, and then we'll have that for the foam mannequin head. So I apologize. My camera died last night. My cell phone died last night, so I wasn't able to finish taping this. But I did finish the body here. What I like to do is, for the hands, I go to like Spirit Halloween, and I just purchased like the groundbreaking zombie hands. And then what I do is I just use staples, and I just staple that to the 2x2 here and over here to give it real hands. I did cut this 2x2 here, which would be like the arm joint, at a 22.5-degree angle. And the reason why is I wanted it to give that look of like reaching out. I did screw up my math on the initial 2x2s that we used for the torso and the legs. Like I said, I wanted to get this guy to be about 6 feet too. So what I ended up doing is I did add another 2x2 here to give it that extra couple of inches to get to that 6'2" mark. So he's definitely at 6'2" now, maybe a little bit taller, but that's kind of where I'm at now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start padding him up. I like to use pull noodles around the shoulders here, then using like duct tape and staples. I kind of get that in place. For the body, you can use anything. You can use old pillows, you can use old washcloths, old towels, anything to get thickness. So I'm going to start working on the shoulders now, and I'll get back with you guys in a few seconds. So I got the shoulder area done, and all I did was I just used like pull noodle foam, and you just kind of round the shoulders, maybe give them some traps, some trapezius muscles. It also helps too if you actually have the clothing that you're going to use. I just got this shirt at a Goodwill. This is what I'm going to use for my character. And if you can put this on him, you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like, and if it looks good or not, or realistic. And I think that looks pretty realistic as far as a guy's shoulders. You kind of have to play with it, but that's kind of what I do. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to work on the legs and the torso. We have a lot of old pillows, so I think I'm going to use some pillows for the torso to try to give a little bit of thickness in there. But that's kind of how I did the shoulders. All right, guys, I went through here and I took an old pillow that we had, and I made that be the upper body. So I just took this pillow and then wrapped like Gorilla Tape around it, basically just trying to give him a little bit of a chest and like kind of like a waist. I'm going to work on the lower body next. I think I'm going to use towels. I don't know if I'm going to do the actual legs, but I might just kind of do in here to give it more of a thickness in the waist area. But that's what I'm working on next. I do have an old pair of pants that I'm going to use, so just kind of put those on and getting those ready. So what I ended up doing is I put a old bath towel that we had right across the front here, just to give the waist a little bit of thickness. We never show the back of our prop. The prop is always usually like up against the wall or something like that. So like you could see it's absolutely destroyed back here. The old pants that I had were really big, and I had to like trim them up. I did use staples to kind of staple everything together. But again, you don't see this stuff when you turn him around. That's all that you really see. And overall, I think he came out pretty good. Like I said, I think I'm supposed to be getting the accessories today. So that's actually going to be in a separate video, the accessories. And then you'll get to see who this guy is. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys out if you want to build a static prop. Again, you can use PVC. It's completely up to you. I just find that the 2x2 kind of seems to, you don't need that like base there by the feet, and everything seems to just be a little bit more sturdy. If you were to put this outside, you probably would have to rebar this into the ground because it is really light, because the 2x2 is really light. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helps. If you have any questions on how I did this, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'd be more than happy to help. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and take care. Bye.